Hello everyone and welcome back to Moon Shadow Fantasy. I am your host Maka, coming at you with one miserable memory and a little bit of a sinus infection. So pardon me if I sound weird. The very first thing you want to do in this fight is separate into two teams and then everybody pick a cardinal direction around the marker. That's northeast, southwest, northeast, southeast, southeast, southwest. All of them. This was me frantically trying to get everyone to do that. This fight in Party Finder is a real treat. No one wants to preemptively strike the fight by selecting a direction or teams. So I was like, okay, no one's standing around markers, let's just cheese. I hope you guys know when to spread. That was me. So heads up, two teams, pick a directional. So we are doing this with two tanks, one healer, and the rest DPS. I do recommend you taking that team. Note, before separating into teams, you want to remember which side the healer is going to be picking, because a random DPS is going to get a stack marker for your second team, and that person is going to have to adjust and go to your east side, whatever opposite the healer's chosen. Yeah. So Altius, first mechanic, always stack behind the boss in a very tight group, become one being. For Altius, leaving behind these blue arrows, get behind the boss immediately on his shield side, wait for 4 sword slashes, and then run to the opposite side. If you do Altius wrong, you are going to clip your party members with those arrows. So, note to self. Sidious is your tank buster, so off tank. Stand with your main tank at the front, pop a cooldown, because good off tanks protect their brothers and sisters from tank busters. Ingus is an important one. So this very first mechanic, it's always going to be the same. It's going to be stack and out the center. The middle ring that's covered in silver, yeah, that's not your safe zone. So you want to spread out to your two teams while also staying out of the very center of that metal circle you see on the map. Electrified Gunshield, loaded Gunshield, and reinforced Gunshield. We'll go over those separately, but remember your charge meter. So he's going to do his move. We got Electrified Gunshield. He's going to throw up a meter. And here comes your Atlas, which is your first mechanic. So stack behind him. Always, I'm going to say Atlas. I'm going to say these names wrong. Boss then immediately does an Ingus. Remember to stay out for Ingus. And watch your charge meter. Electrified pushback is a pushback, so we're going to stack for our arrows, move out for Ingus, come back in when that charge meter goes up for Electrified Gunshield pushback. Got it? So, remember your charge meters, tank busters, Sidious always. This time we got loaded Gunshield, so we have shields, 2 shields pop up once that charge meter goes off, of course. Just don't hit the boss where his shields are, move around. Don't hit the shields. So here is your DPS / healer check. Latin for to live, or to live is to fight. I can confirm 2 things. Tanks mitigate before touching the crystal. That does help. Timing the crystals, popping one after the other, not important. That's the consensus on forums online. So 2 tanks, mitigate yourselves, touch the crystals. Tanks are going to go into a time remover. We're going to have to tap those buttons as quickly as possible. DPS, you're going to be tapping buttons as quickly as possible to get us out this situation. And healers will also be tapping their buttons as fast as they can to keep us healthy and alive. Because if either of these things go south, that's it. You messed up the time maneuver, bro. Now the boss here is going to test your memory again. And what I mean here is he's going to do a random Gunshield. It's always random, so you can get any combination of Gunshield and other moves that you can think of. So, we have ourselves a Gunshield. It's electrified. We know it's a pushback. That charge meter goes over there. We're going to watch it. At the same time, he's going to summon arrows towards the outside, which you can't see, but they're behind me right now. Tanks are going to take the tether off of whoever, move those off to the side. Small AoE damage, nothing to worry about. DPS kill the adds while everyone mines the meter for the pushback, because it's electrified, and the blue arrows that are coming towards the outside, which I wasn't minding, but I was lucky to stay out of them. Okay, now this next one's a big one. It gets people all the time. Alea lacta est, the dias cast, meaning get behind the boss because he's going to do 4 slashes, and then you change, and then you move to the other side of the boss. So the boss is going to turn to a random direction, start to cast that move, Alea lacta la la la, get behind them wherever he's facing, and then swap sides. Loaded Gunshield, which is a fire and spread out, that donut, that circle point blank AoE where the middle is not safe. That's what that one is. And we get the Ingus Est, the fire circle AoEs that cause everyone to spread out. So mining the meter and the arrows on the outside, you have to position yourself. You have to spread out for the charge move because it went off first, then get into your team, 2 teams, while monitoring the arrows that are coming at you. It's a lot. Luckily, we just got another tank buster, and that's a whap. Alright, so I'm going to show you next some like ways the other mechanics went and how to fail at them, to give you some tips on why people fail them to better help you out. Because I find that it's not enough to just cheese and get away with things, which is kind of how the party finder's been going with this one. So Altius, again, stack mechanic right behind the boss in a nice tight group. If you're not in a nice tight group, your arrows will go off to the side, zigzagging all over the place and clipping everybody. There's no way you can dodge all the 8 arrows. So stack tightly on the boss's 6. Yeah. Tank buster. So here's the Alea lacta. Yeah, see, I move in front of the boss and was like derp derp. Took 2 vulnerability stacks and then it kept going. So there's Ingus. This is just fire est. This is not the. This is the spread out. You know. So what do we do? I stack in the middle to 2 teams and take 2 vulnerability stacks. Electrified Gunshield. That's another one. It's just a pushback, Electrified. But for this one, again, for the Atlas, or Altius, no one stacks, right? So there is nowhere safe to really put yourself in a position, because now you just let go of, now you just let loose a fire. So I gotta go in for a pushback and position myself to be outside the circle AoE at the same time. None of that happened. Just cheesed it. Reinforced Gunshield. This one's funny because this one's just, he's gonna throw up 2 shields. We've seen this 1,000 times in Final Fantasy, right? Now the tank's gonna come to me like because he's a good brother and sister, and then everyone else in the back is gonna keep hitting that shield over and over and over again. Like 4 people died because they just kept hitting it over and over again. Like, don't do that. If you're doing something that's causing you damage, stop. Okay, last one, but an important one. The boss is going to do one thing that we haven't gone over in the beginning of this video, which is Ventus. Ventus is a green X, which means donut AoE, so that the inside is safe. However, because these moves are random, he also throws out an Ingus, a fire. So we stayed in the center for the donut AoE like we should, but then we did not immediately spread out for that Ingus, causing everyone to die. Everyone died, except for me, because I can take the hit. And then we got a cutscene, so that all the dead bodies just had to sit there and wait. We had to wait. Oh, Party Finder is special, you guys, and I thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments if I could be of any assistance, and if you enjoyed the bloopers of watching me die. That was fun. But yeah, I wish you all the best in RNG luck and the best of RNG Party Finders, because it's rough out there. But just do the mechanics, and you'll be okay. Maka out.